Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. No one expected that one simple moment at the airport could make the entire fandom worldwide flutter again. It was supposed to be just another day. The day the BTS members departed for Japan for their official schedule. Media cameras were ready. Fans had been waiting since morning. And armies around the world were ready to catch a glimpse of their smiles that always managed to warm their hearts. However, something felt different. Very different. As the first car pulled up to the airport drop-off area, all the cameras immediately focused on it. The door opened slowly, and Jungkook stepped out, dressed casually yet stylishly, with a black mask covering part of his face. And a calm stride, Jungkook looked as calm, confident, and a little mysterious as ever. Fans immediately screamed, "Jungkook! Appa! Safe flight!" But amidst all the cheers, one question immediately popped into many people's minds. Where was Jimin? Because usually, if there was one person Jungkook almost always saw at a time like this, it was Park Jimin. They often arrived together, getting out of the same car, even walking side by side to the airport entrance, sharing small laughs that often made fans smile unconsciously. But today not. Today, Jungkook arrived alone. And just a few minutes after Jungkook entered the airport building, a second car finally arrived. The cameras flashed again. Fans cheered again. And from inside that car, a very familiar figure, Jimin, slowly emerged. But the time gap between their arrivals and the fact that they were in different cars immediately sparked immense curiosity. Social media exploded. Within minutes, keywords like Jikook, different cars, and airport today were trending on various platforms. Fans began to wonder. They began analyzing every little detail, from facial expressions, body language, to the mere minutes difference in arrival times. And as usual, ARMY never misses a detail. Some fans noticed that as Jungkook walked toward the entrance, he glanced back. Not once, but twice. It was as if he was waiting for someone, as if he was making sure that person would follow soon. And when Jimin finally appeared, many fans immediately felt something unusual, yet also a very sweet. Because even though they arrived in different cars, the aura of closeness was still palpable. Even from a distance. Several eyewitnesses said that inside the airport, after passing through security, Jungkook was seen standing for a moment near the lounge entrance. He didn't immediately walk in. He didn't seem in a hurry. Instead, he seemed to be waiting for someone. And a few minutes later, Jimin was seen walking closer. That's when the small moment that melted many fans' hearts happened. Jungkook turned his head. Jimin approached. And although the camera didn't capture their conversation clearly, many fans saw a small smile behind their masks. A simple smile, yet full of meaning. As if they were saying something without words. It was as if those few minutes of distance had never truly separated them. But the question remained, why did they arrive in different cars? Was there a special reason? Was this just a coincidence? Or was there something deeper behind that simple decision? Some fans began speculating that their schedules might have been different since morning. Perhaps one of them had separate activities before leaving for the airport. In the idol world, such things are very common. A final meeting, a costume fitting, or even a last-minute recording can change schedules in a matter of minutes. But for ARMY, every little detail still feels important. Because the relationship between Jungkook and Jimin has always held a special place in the hearts of fans. A relationship that's not just about friendship, but also about comfort, about trust, about how two people can understand each other without even having to speak. And that's why the moment at the airport today felt so emotional. Because even though they arrived in different cars, many fans felt that they remained connected in the same way as always. Several videos circulating on social media show that after meeting inside the airport, Jungkook and Jimin walked at a very close distance. Not too far, not too formal, just close enough to show they were in each other's comfort zone. There was even one short clip that went viral in which Jimin was seen slowing down slightly, and Jungkook was seen he reflexively adjusted his speed to stay in step. Small details. But for fans, small details like that mean everything. Because in a genuine relationship, care is often seen in simple things. No big words needed. No dramatic gestures needed. Just one small step to wait, and one small step to follow.
너무 멋졌어요.
As time went on, more and more theories emerged. Some said management might have deliberately arranged their arrivals separately for security reasons. Others argued it was simply a logistical issue of vehicle numbers, traffic routes, or scheduling coordination. But behind all these theories, one thing remained clear: the fans' reactions. Armies around the world weren't just curious. They were also touched, because this simple moment reminded them of the unique dynamic between Jungkook and Jimin. A dynamic that had developed over the years. A dynamic filled with laughter, support, and an emotional closeness that's hard to describe in words. Many fans recalled old moments. When Jungkook once said in an interview that Jimin was someone who always made him feel comfortable. When Jimin once revealed that he was always proud to see Jungkook grow and develop. And as they both care for each other on stage, backstage, and even in small moments like today at the airport. That's why a simple decision to arrive in different cars can become such a big topic. Because for fans, every interaction between them holds deep emotional meaning. But perhaps the real answer is much simpler than imagined. Maybe they just have different schedules. Maybe they're departing from different locations. Or maybe they just want to make sure everything runs smoothly without drawing too much attention. Whatever the reason, one thing that hasn't changed is how they finally met. How Jungkook waited, how Jimin arrived, and how they continued their journey together, towards the plane that would take them to Japan, towards a new schedule, towards their next adventure. And as they finally walked towards the departure gate, many fans felt that this moment wasn't about the different cars, not about a few minutes apart, not about speculation or theories, but about something much simpler: connection. A connection that remains strong, even when circumstances change. A connection that remains felt, even in the briefest of moments. A connection that made millions of people around the world feel close to them, even if it was only through a screen. And that's why armies still talk about this moment today. Because in a world full of busyness and pressure, seeing two people care for each other can be a source of comfort. It can be a reminder that genuine relationships don't always have to be perfect. Sometimes the strongest relationships are seen in the simplest moments, like waiting, like walking together, like making sure the person you love isn't left behind. And perhaps that's the hidden message of this day, that even though Jungkook and Jimin arrived in different cars, they still arrived together. And for armies, that's more than enough. So ARMY, what do you think? Is their arrival in different cars just a coincidence? Or is there a sweet story behind it that we don't know yet? Write your opinion in the comments column. And if you also feel that this little moment today is so special, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next emotional story about Jungkook and Jimin. See you in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, Borahi.